Hi, I'm Danielle and welcome to my perfume journal. Every weekend on my channel, I share videos of my perfume tray. I love the ritual of setting up my tray every week, shopping my own collection, and preparing myself for how I think I want to smell over the course of the next 7 days. And in these weekly videos, I recap my tray from the previous week, and then I tell a little bit about what's going on my tray for the upcoming week. So on to the tray. This is what my perfume tray looked like at the beginning of last week, and this is what it looked like at the end of the week. I placed 8 perfumes on my tray this past week, and maybe for the first time ever, I wore all but one of them. The only one I didn't pick up this week was Narciso Poudre, but I did actually wear everything else. And besides the 7 OGs that I did wear, I included 4 other fragrances in my rotation this week that were not on the tray. I reached for a sample of Narciso Ombre from Narciso Rodriguez. I wore Jill Sanders' Sun, which just joined my collection this month. I wore the very unusual gingerbread incense Temps d'Épices, which I talked about in my last video about secondhand perfumes. And I also wore my travel spray of Cerezo, which is a chocolate orange perfume from Perfume Aroma. So basically perfume heaven all week long. And here is my perfume journal page from the last week. Okay, spoiler alert. This weekend, I decided that I did not like the layout of my perfume journal at all. So I scrapped the whole thing and started over again. I realized while I was starting to work on my March layouts that I am not artistic. I am creative, but I am not artistic. And I tried to draw some cherry blossoms, and then everything went south and I had to rethink the whole thing. And so luckily I had an extra journal lying around, and I'm going to give you a little sneak preview. So please hold. Ta-da! Okay, so this is what my new and final journal layout is going to look like. I promise I am not changing this again. Also, how cute are these little Carby cat stickers? They're like little loaves of bread, but they're cats. I feel like you're never too old for stickers. I don't know. I still love stickers. And also, if you're a journaler like me, or you were thinking about setting up a perfume journal, I'm going to add some like shorter videos of like journal layouts and flip throughs of my journal pages, because I don't know, those are videos I like to watch too. I like to make videos that I also like to watch. So anyway, that's my journal layout for this week. So now we can reset the tray for the upcoming week. So the first perfume going on the tray this week is the one from Dolce Gabbana. So this perfume I smelled for the first time at an Ulta. I went home, immediately ordered it. It arrived, I put it on, and I hated it. But something told me, just give it a minute, hang on to it, give it a chance, and I'm glad that I did because now I love this perfume. This is a very soft, a little bit soapy white floral, but it's got some nuances of peach and plum in it, and the peach and the plum are like these good Samaritan fruits. They attach themselves to the white florals and they keep them from being too screechy or too loud. And there's some nice sweetness in the base from vanilla. And that also helps keep this perfume from veering off into like, clean laundry territory. And so this is just a nice, easy white floral that can be worn any day of the year. And I'm looking forward to wearing it this week. So next is this little bébé of Vanagloria from Laboratorio Olfattivo. So Vanagloria is known to be pretty similar to YSL's Baby Cat. It's got the same perfumer, Dominique Ropion. It's got the same kind of scent profile, like that suede, incensey vanilla. I tried Baby Cat at a duty-free airport shop once. I went to the YSL counter. I saw the tester. I was like, give me that. And I sprayed it all over myself because I wanted to see, is this really as good as everyone says it is? And it is. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like a thick, rich vanilla, but it's got a Play-Doh-y vibe to it, almost like rubbery in a way, which if you don't like that kind of Play-Doh-y rubberiness in a vanilla, you might not like Vanagloria or Baby Cat, but I love it. And it's all like smudged up with this smoky incense. So anyway, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to spend this kind of money on a single bottle of perfume. I've never spent this much in my entire life. So I got on the plane and that was the end of Baby Cat. But then I came across Vanagloria and I took one sniff of it and I was like, this is Baby Cat. And so I picked up this little 30 ml bottle. I think I might have paid like 40 euros for this at the time. And right before I started recording this, I picked this up and I have a little decant of Baby Cat and I smelled them both side by side. And I mean, to me, the differences in the two are like imperceptible. Maybe Baby Cat is like a tiny bit sweeter and maybe Vanagloria is just like a tiny, tiny bit smokier. But I mean, if two people were walking by you and one had on Baby Cat and one had on Vanagloria, I think it'd be really hard to tell which was which. So anyway, I love this perfume. I love that it comes in this little 30 ml bottle because really one spritz of this is plenty. It's very, very strong and it really is very beautiful. So next we have L'Oreille de Bois from Jacques Fath. This was a recent addition to my collection. I blind bought this one off of my safe blind buy list, which is perfumes that I found while I'm like tooling around on Perfume and they look interesting to me and they're under $50. And so this one had mimosa, ylang ylang, broom, and honey. And all four of those notes caught my eye. I'm like, I love all four of those notes separately, and I bet they smell amazing together. So let me see what this is all about. So I have not worn this perfume enough to give you like a really thorough explanation of it. But what I can say about this is it's weird. It's weird and wild, and I love perfumes like that. So it has this like fluffy quality to it that I am thinking is from the mimosa and maybe the broom. But then there's like this little bit of sourness to it, not like in an unpleasant way, but it's definitely got like a sourness to it. I think that might be coming from like this little dance that the neroli and the cumin are doing with each other. I think together they might be creating that like just that little hint of sourness that gives it some interest. It's really cool. And then top it all off, you've got this cinnamon and this saffron making it also kind of spicy. So this perfume is totally bonkers and I think I'm going to love it. And I've got to wear it a little bit more and really get to know it, but that's definitely going on the tray this week. So speaking of perfumes that have a broom note, this is Mother Nature's Naughty Daughters from 4160 Tuesdays. One of the things I really love about setting a perfume tray is that I go into my cabinet and it really allows me to love all of my perfumes and go through all of my perfumes instead of, reaching for the same thing day in and day out. And oh my gosh, I love this perfume. I should have gotten a bigger bottle of this. It is so gorgeous. This has these fruit notes that are like compote. It's got pear, it's got blackcurrant, it's got strawberry, it's got raspberry. It's like thick and rich and sweet. It's so delicious smelling. And then there's this malty kind of quality to it, like the inside of a Whopper or a Malteser, but without the chocolate around the outside. And it's also got a Papanax, which I think is my favorite resin note or resin accord in all of perfumery. It's golden, it's warm, it's just so pretty. I love this perfume. And the coolest thing about this perfume is that it's named Mother Nature's Naughty Daughters because it uses some of the most restricted materials in perfumery. But of course, safely, because it's Sarah McCartney and she's all about safety and she's at the forefront of what's happening in the world of perfumery. If you don't follow her on YouTube, her Scenthusiasm page is amazing. It's like a masterclass. Every video is a masterclass in understanding perfumery. I just think she is the bee's knees. Anyway, I just love how cheeky the names of her perfumes are. She's so witty, and her perfumes are just beautiful, and this is definitely one of my favorites. So finally on the tray this week is the gorgeous powdery floral sheep Nightingale from Zoologist. So I waited months and months and months and months to add this perfume to my collection. When I sampled it, I literally could not get it out of my mind. So I did a big declutter, I saved up my pennies, and then this was my first perfume purchase of the year 2025. The key note of this perfume is one that you don't see as often as you might see another floral like orange blossom or jasmine. The key note in this is plum blossom. And okay, I'm going to get a little philosophical here, so just bear with me. Plum blossoms are very resilient flowers, and nightingales are birds that sing very sorrowful songs. So when I think about this perfume, it sort of represents to me the resiliency of human nature, the way that we can be resilient and bounce back from grief, from challenges, from dark times. I just think that this perfume is so evocative and conjures such beautiful images and such strong emotions. There's also a little bit of spiciness to this floral that you don't expect. It's almost if the perfume is saying, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. A lot of times I will smell a perfume that I consider to be a work of art. But sometimes those perfumes are not entirely wearable to me. But this is one of those rare perfumes that is both a work of art and completely wearable. It is just absolutely stunning. One of the most beautiful modern day vintage style sheeps that I have ever come across. I could go on and on and on about this perfume, but I won't. But this is definitely going on the tray this week. Okay, so that's it. That's the tray for this week. I'm keeping it simple, mostly because I really want to wear L'Oreal de Bois more than once since I'm just getting to know this weirdo. And I want to see what this one is all about. It's so intriguing. What are you going to wear this week? I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate it. I never take for granted that people are spending their precious time watching me ramble on about perfumes, and I really love chatting with you in the comments. So thank you so much for leaving comments down below. I appreciate it very, very much. Okay, I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.